Hi, this is Jeff. So, since this is a class on MongoDB using Java, we need to get our Java environment set up. So we're going to use a couple of tools in the lectures and in the homeworks, and I want to introduce them today. So the first thing we need is some sort of build automation tool. There's a couple to choose from, but for this class we're going to use Maven. So you probably already have Maven on your system, but if you don't, you can download it and just search for Maven in a web browser and go to the download link and you can download the tar.gz. I'll download the zip file and I'll cd to my downloads directory. There it is, and I'll unzip it just in place. And you'll see that there's an Apache Maven 304 directory, and inside there is a bin directory. Wherever you installed Maven, you should just add that to your path in whatever is appropriate for your platform. So it's already in my path, so I'm not going to do any more. I'm going to go back to my home directory, and the first thing I'm going to do is create a new Maven project. Maven uses a project object model called a pom.xml, and you can create one by hand, but I'm going to use this handy plugin for Maven called Archetype to create a new empty Maven project. So I type mvn, which is the executable for Maven, archetype:generate. And there's a lot of archetypes to choose from, but it gives you a default 251, which is one of the ones provided by Maven. I'm just going to choose that. Choose 6 for the latest version of that archetype. I'm going to use com.10gen as the group ID. The artifact ID will be m101j for the class. The version will be the default. It will give me a default Java package. 10gen is not a valid package name, so I'm going to change it to 10gen, T-E-N. I'll say OK, and it created a new directory for me based on the artifact ID, and in there is a couple of things. One is this pom.xml, which we'll take a look at in a minute, and then it created a source directory for me with 2 subdirectories, main and test, and then inside of those Java, and then it created the default package that I told it, com.10gen, and even created an app.java for me and an app.test.java. So I can run app.java and you can look at it. I'll show you what it actually put in there. Just hello world. So I can run this using a plugin called exec for Maven. So I say Maven compile to compile the files. I say exec a Java program, and the main class is com.10gen.app. So I specify that with the system property, and then the property name, exec.main class, and then the name of the main class, and I can run that this. And you can see it printed out hello world. But for this class, it's going to be easier to demonstrate things if I use an IDE. So the IDE that I've been using for a long time is called IntelliJ IDEA. So that's what I'll be using for the lectures. So IntelliJ has very nice support for Maven. And the way you can load a Maven project is you open IntelliJ and use import project. I've already done this before, so it's on that directory that I just created, m101j pom.xml. I select the pom file. And I want to import projects automatically so that if I update dependencies, it will automatically re-import it. And I want to download sources and documentation if available. I'm going to select JDK 1.6, and project name will default to m101j, and I finish. And you can see here I have my pom, which was created by Archetype plugin, and here's my source directory. And here's the app that we ran. And we can also run this obviously from inside IntelliJ. And it prints out hello world. So we saw in this lecture how to create a simple hello world with Maven, using Maven to create a simple pom XML using the Archetype plugin, and then to run a class using the exec plugin.